Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all the story of how a dead bitch solved her own murder, okay? So pay attention! I live in West Virginia, okay? So this is the story of the Greenbrier ghost. So in the 1800s, there was this husband and wife. Zona was the wife and Erasmus was the husband's name, okay? And he was a blacksmith. So he was working late at his shop. He got an order late, and he sent his, assistant, his teenage assistant, he was young, over to him and Zona's house to check on her and, to do any work around the house that she needed or, whatever, because she was pregnant. So he's like, go check on my wife, tell her I'm going to be late, So he goes there, and he walks in, and he's looking around for Zona. He's like, hey, where you at, girl? She's dead, okay? She's fucking dead at the bottom of the stairs. And he's like, ah! So he goes and tells his mom. And his mom's like, well, shit, you gotta go tell Zona's husband that she's fucking dead. So he runs back and goes and tells, I just found your wife. You need to come home immediately. So he goes home, and they call the doctor. When he gets there, they call the doctor, and the husband, Erasmus, is fucking bawling, tripping balls over his wife being deceased, because he's lost his wife, and now he's lost his unborn child too, because she's pregnant. So he's fucking losing his shit, okay, at her funeral. And when the doctor comes to check on her and her cause of death and everything, he's cradling Zona in his arms and fucking brushing her hair. She's got long, beautiful hair. He's oh, fucking brushing it and stuff. And so at her funeral, the mom is there, Zona's mom, and she is fucking irate. She's looking at Erasmus like she could beat his fucking ass. And everybody is kind of what the fuck? Because everybody's mourning, and obviously her husband, Zona's husband, Erasmus, is devastated. He's laying over the casket. He's fucking losing it, okay? So Zona's mom is pissed. She's fucking mad. So for the next month, she's like, I have to fucking know what happened to my daughter. So her name's Mary Jane. So Mary Jane starts fucking praying and manifesting her daughter's ghost to come before her and tell her why she fucking died. So this bitch has lost it, according to everybody else around. She's over there and people are like, what the fuck? So she walks around the whole month looking over her shoulder, fucking tripping. And everybody's like, this bitch has lost it. She has absolutely lost it. So one night, while Mary Jane, which is Zona's mom, is manifesting her to come before her, a fucking light pops up, and she's like, ah! Okay, even though she's wanting her to show up, she's scared. Okay, so she freaks out, and it's oh my god, it's working. So she starts even harder. She's she's really fucking manifesting this shit. She wants to see her daughter. Okay, so a month has gone by, and the light has come up, and she's praying, okay? She's at her house, she's fucking praying, she's like, oh my god, please. Bam! Fucking Zona shows up, deader than fuck, her ghost, okay? And so Mary Jane wanted to stab him, but she's like, ah, what the fuck? So she sees her, and she's so, freaked out, but she's like, what happened to you? How did you die? And her daughter starts telling her this fucking story. And after she hears this story and her daughter's ghost is gone, Mary Jane fucking books it. She comes out the next day. She's booking it. She looking good, fresh, but she looking pissed. She runs to the police or whoever it was at the time that was handling the prosecutor. Okay, she's run over to the prosecutor's house and was like, what the fuck? And told him this story. And he was like, girl, what? And he's like, this story is so compelling and makes perfect fucking sense. So they exhume Zona's body, okay? And the prosecutor look over Zona and they're like, no fucking way this crazy bitch is right. Court. They take Erasmus's ass to court, okay? And Mary Jane's in there And this is the only time a ghost story has held up in the court of law. So what had happened was her ghost shows up. Zona's ghost shows up to Mary Jane and is like, girl, you won't fucking believe what happened to me. And she tells her how she's making dinner the night before that she had passed. And Erasmus, instead of asking for a different fucking dinner, decides to choke slam her ass against the wall. Crazy. So he chokes her out and like ends up cracking her neck, and that's how she passes. And he goes to work the next day and like lays her body at the bottom of the steps to like, you know, make it look like she gone. So the reason he was brushing her hair so excessively over her and putting a scarf on her before she got buried, it was her favorite scarf, yada yada. The reason he was doing all this shit is because the markings from her neck, like the fucking choke marks, were still there because she'd only been buried a month and it was in the middle of fucking winter. So when they exhumed her body, they fucking seen it and they were like, this bitch. And so Erasmus got put in jail for life. Ha! You fucker. So yeah, Mary Jane told this story in the court of law, and it was so fucking compelling, and all the evidence added up so substantially that it's the only time a ghost story has held up in the court of law. West Virginia rocks! I love ghost stories!